Welcome, everyone. Welcome to SWE Magazine. I have an incredible guest on today. She's one of the contributors of SWE, The Wealth Issue, and you're going to definitely want to get her article and check out The Wealth Issue. It is full of so much value. And it's just a ton of fun. And I love having the women that are in the magazine on my live show. So this is SWE Magazine Live. So we're going to be talking to Krista Beavers here in just a minute. And just a little bit about me. I am the founder, Joie Gharrity, of SW Magazine and Joie G113. And the SW Magazine is part of my digital division. So we're going to be talking with Krista about her article, and it is Unlocking Wealth with Business Whisperer, Krista Beaver. So let's bring her up from the green room. Hi, Krista. How are you?
Good morning, good afternoon.
Oh, good. So yes, so you are the CFO and founder of Guardian, and today we're going to be talking about your program, right?
Yeah.
And you talk a lot about this in your magazine article. Can you just share with everyone a little bit why it was so important that you put together this online program, particularly for entrepreneurs and for business owners?
Yes, well, thank you for having me on the show today. I created Dress Your Business for Success because so many business owners really have a passion for what they do, but really may not have a full understanding of what it means to run a business.
Yeah.
And so most of us kind of learn the hard way as we're going through it, 3, 5 years down the road. And
Yeah.
I wanted to really give them the ability to get an edge on getting ahead of their business so they could be successful for not just both them, but their employees and their community.
Yeah, you have a really interesting approach to business and wealth and money. And you talk about in the article about how you look at businesses as having their own personalities.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about that because I found that to be so interesting.
Well, no business is created alike. You can easily tell that a medical doctor is far different than a professional coach. And a manufacturing business is way different than a construction company. So this program really gives you those foundational elements of what you need to understand about the service or sales of your business or the cash flow within your business. How are you spending your money? Because ultimately, you got into that business to make a profit, and I don't want anybody to be ashamed of that.
Well, I love it that you look at business like it's a personality. So if when you sit down with your clientele and as you're rolling out your program and your trainings, your keynotes, how do you help people to identify that personality for themselves? Because I think people get into business and they actually don't look at their business as I think they do think it's a business, but they don't look at it from a wealth perspective right away. How do you help people I did like get behind the wealth?
Well, that is a great question, and probably one of the harder aspects of it is for them to get behind the wealth, they've got to understand their business. What did they get into
Yes.
business for? Really understanding what is that message and what is that passion that they have, and then using that to send it out into all elements of how they're selling their business. The employees, the vendors, the customers, everybody has to buy into that culture so you could really sell the business in which you're trying to grow. And it takes a while to get through, but really it does a lot come down to the personality of the owner as well. They are the one that are the face in the forefront of what that business is and what it stands for. So really getting into fine tune into that and sales then can soar.
Well, I love that you bring this up because I believe in this 100% is that every business owner, even from day one, needs to build a culture and a value. And I think a lot of times people don't do that because they don't have maybe a large team yet, for instance.
Oh, true.
But I think the culture and the value is the actual foundation to every single business. And that's the lift, sister. That's the lift.
Well, and it starts with the person,
Yeah.
you, me, Jane, creating that business. What is the culture you want to create? You do have to start sending out that message from day one, even when it's just you in that back office and front office, because that culture then will feed through to the people that are referring customers over to you, purchasing your product, and then ultimately to the team you build behind you to help bring each sale forward.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And and again, that lift, it's worth the time and energy. Also, too, in the article, you talk about your different strategies inside of your program itself. And one of them is like getting clear on what your community looks like and how you're going to communicate with them. I thought that was really interesting. What does that mean?
You, I would say the easiest way is you cannot do it alone. Most of us are used to the saying of it takes a village.
Yeah.
Not only does it take a village to raise your family, it takes a village to raise your business.
Yeah.
No one is the master in any one field. I am not the master when it comes to marketing or developing websites or developing copy. But
Yeah.
what I have done is cultivated those masters within my network to enable me to reach those goals that I want to reach. So, knowing what your limits are within your business and then creating that power team, in essence, surrounding you to help you meet each of those goals and elevate your business to that next level.
I love that. And what I also like about Dress Your Business for Success is that you say here it seamlessly blends financial literacy with a touch of style. Why did you think? Why did you implement? I know it's been very helpful for me, but why did you implement the closet? Like, could you talk about dresses versus the sweaters versus the shoes in finances?
Well, I do think it's a very easy correlation to relate. Everybody pretty understands the basics, which each of us have to have in our closet. We all have to have that pair of jeans, the black dress, the black shoes, the one blazer, the white top, the basics of which each of us need in that closet to stand out. Now you need to understand what are those basics within your business to stand out. And then you can start increasing those foundationals with your accessories in there. What really makes you pretty, but you don't really need to make the sell. And a lot of the times people really want to go out and buy that new flashy office or
Yeah.
that new flashy storefront before they make that first sell and find themselves in a cash flow issue very early within their business.
I love that. I love that that's such a great reminder, isn't it? Like, you don't want to buy Chanel yet, right? You
Yeah.
want to just start with the basics. So maybe the basics looks like Gap right now, but that's okay, right? Because that jean shirt, that jean jacket is a basic, right? And then you work your way. And if you don't do that first, what I'm hearing from you and from the article and knowing your system really well is that the whole closet can come crashing down if you're not very careful.
Well, I'm sure many of us have walked in our closet and we have a bunch of items that no longer fit us,
Yeah,
not proper in our color, or maybe not even seasonally what we need.
yeah.
You've really got to understand what are the foundational items, the basics that you need to run your business. And as you make more, yes, you can spend more. You don't always have to spend more to make more. You've really got to understand what do you need to make that sell so you can start making more profit and keep more money for yourself.
Yeah, I love that. And I also love that you're a keynote speaker and that you speak on this particular subject all over the place. And I like the way that you did it in the closet because it makes it sexier. I think sometimes when you just talk about money or finances, people get like dun dun dun, right? But when you talk about it in the sense of like, the little black dress versus your basics, I feel like that elevates the room and anyone can hook into that. Anyone can hook into that.
Well, I found that, it was a lot of fun for myself to do it, excuse me, as well. And just another way to relate because, again, these business owners have a passion for what they do, not necessarily the passion of running the business. So,
Yes.
correlating it in a way that really could translate the difference between the two and how they can really succeed quicker and cutting that learning curve down.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I love that you're the business whisperer and that you're owning it. And I really appreciate how you're authentically are very passionate about helping people out there to not just keep their business, but to sustain their business for a long period of time. So that's another reason why I had to have you on the show, and I wanted you in the magazine, sister.
Well, thank you so much. It's just really been a lot of fun and a great honor. And I love answering questions about business and how to make it better. So I do appreciate this time of being on here because I could talk about running businesses all day long.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I appreciate you. I'm going to drop you down in the green room. Go grab yourself a mocktail. Isn't she great? I'm telling you, she is passionate about you having thriving business. But I like how because I tell you, you hear, especially for business owners, do you want to hear just finance? No. But when you put it in terms of dressing your business up for success in terms of your closet, and if you're women out there, we all want to talk about clothes. Come on. All day and all night, right? I encourage you to look at some other of these SWE magazine women live on YouTube. So you can either go to the magazine, and I'll put the link down below, and you also can go to YouTube, the SWE YouTube channel, and you can check out the SWE magazine live shows there as well. Until next time, I love you, I love you, I love you, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.